Michael, it's probably a little bit of a bittersweet day, but I imagine that the positives are outweighing the negatives right now, right?
Absolutely. I think from a standpoint, there's no doubt when you're engaged with a team, as long as I have with being the affiliate of the Montreal Canadiens and seeing them, having them at the house and watching them grow and graduate to the NHL and being so close and being part of it. I do have a little bit of seller's remorse when you have to make such an announcement, but I think them going to St. John's is a wonderful story. Not only from a fact that St. John's was looking for a team, and Glenn Stanford, who is our president here, I know will treat the players, fantastic. The people in Newfoundland are fantastic, as you experienced at the exhibition, and it's a direct flight from St. John's to Montreal when guys do get called up. So, from that perspective, that made sense to me. I'm excited about OHL hockey. I think it's a great brand, and I think it's competitive, and I think it's exciting when you look at guys like McDavid out there and making highlight reels and highlight reel goals and being on the whatever the highlight reel of the night or the highlight of the night. I think it speaks to the level of hockey that Hamiltonians are going to be looking forward to see.
Is that maybe one of the things that the fans will notice the most? Is as much as the guys who play in the American League, they're men and they're very talented guys. Most of the time, the guys who are going first, second, third overall, they don't spend any time down in the American League.
Yeah, you get to see those guys. That's a very good point. I think we'll be. The other thing too is that we can control our crop of players coming in, and obviously I'll be looking for local talent more so because I want to certainly promote the community that we live in, and it's a great story to be told.
It's kind of the easy thing, right? When you can get some young guys who go up through the junior Bulldogs ranks and they can come up and play for the Bulldogs again, it kind of brings that continuation and just kind of the fluidity.
Well, certainly when they come, as they can aspire, it's that much closer. That's why we're going to play in Montreal today, in Montreal on the weekend, at the AHL level, because they're so close to making the NHL. I wanted them to taste it and see it. So this will be a better stepping stone for our young minor hockey Bulldogs going forward. Yeah.
Well, the process of this, was it just kind of as quick as it seems? Because it seems like it was, here's the opportunity, jump on it and run.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It's been probably really 2 weeks in the making, and all the moving parts. But you're talking about people that you trust, that you've had relationships with before, that are men of their words. And we're able to establish. The only thing I regret is the fact that Belleville's lost a team. But for everybody else, it's good or better.
When you look at the Belleville Bulls team, are you even looking at the team yet, or are you just kind of making sure you get to this point first?
To me, it was to get to this point first, but I know there's some local talent that's playing for Belleville today, and so that'll be exciting, and then we'll come to that time. I think right now it's not effective till the end of the season, so right now all I'm focused on about is Rochester and Montreal and then Texas trip, and right now it's about our AHL Bulldogs making it to the Calder Cup playoffs.
Was it tough telling the guys this morning the news, because it seemed like it kind of hit some of them pretty hard, and I imagine it hit you too?
Well, at the beginning of the season, you sit down and have them over at the house typically, and I welcome them to the family, because there's always a new crop of players coming in, and I'm it's going to be a season where we're family, and to me, I hadn't seen Greg Patterin since he's been sent back, and he's the first guy I wanted to see and hug and congratulate him. I'm so happy for him and get his feelings, how he felt when he was in Montreal, and give him the encouragement that he deserved. And I'll be missing that. And I think it kind of resonated in the dressing room. But I also told him how great St. John's is, but they're professionals. These guys are professionals, and it's part of the business. Right now there's a task at hand, and that's making the Calder Cup
I guess at the end of it, when you talk about kind of watching the guys go up, that doesn't really change. Different levels now, but you'll watch guys come from the OHL to either make it to the American League or the NHL, and you'll still be able to kind of cheer the guys on that way.
Well, it's interesting enough, when I talked to Dave Andrews and I said I had a bit of a seller's remorse, Dave Andrews, president of the American Hockey League, he actually reminded me that he coached in Victoria, and he's in the BC Hall of Fame, and he coached the junior team. He says, you'll be surprised the sense of satisfaction is as much, or if maybe even greater, when you see these kids make it after they're literally growing up. You're watching them grow up under your eyes. So I'm looking forward to that.
I guess kind of watching a 16-year-old turn into a 20-year-old is going to be a whole different kind of ball game.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not billeting them.
At the end of it, it's an exciting day for hockey here in Hamilton. Michael, thanks a lot.
Thank you.